If you've watched some of my other videos, you'll know that I recently bought a PSA M4 carbine with the Magpul furniture on it for only $429. So, I've liked this rifle so much that I ended up actually looking to see if I could get another one for a similar price. And lo and behold, probably about 3 weeks ago I did. Move this guy down a little bit, and this came in the mail. So I'll have an opening here and show you what I've got. So I've got the upper. Now this is a mid-length. You can see the difference in the handguard. And of course the handguards are black on this one. Move that back a little bit. And it comes in parts. This one does. There's the rear sight. Here's all the stock bits and other things that we'll have a look at. And then that's just your stuff from the inside. Got your little Palmetto sticker and your instructions for the sights and everything. Now, also this one here, I had to buy the receiver actually separate. So that came in a box like this, paper wrapped and everything in here, like so. And that is my receiver. So it comes like that, all disassembled. So it looks like this here, and it looks like a very nice receiver actually. I had a good look at it before. Nothing at all wrong with the one that I have in the other one, and nothing wrong with this one either. And it says a multi-caliber. So let's have a quick look through the bags here, and then I am going to show you what the finished product is eventually here. And of course that tore off. Let's see what we got here. Just take a quick inventory of what I've got in the bag here. So it looks like I have the stock, which now this one is in black. Set that guy over there. Here's our receiver is going to go here. Our stock hardware in the back, like the recoil spring and part of the stock as well. Back over there, get rid of that stuff. 2 more baggies. Well, here you also have your say. Oh, and did I say this one actually was $429 delivered, and I paid less for the transfer this time because I found a different shop to go through. Grips. Plug, I think, and the trigger guard thing, various springs, pins, screws. That looks like the magazine release. That also looks like part of the magazine release. This might take a little longer than I thought. Trigger components right there, and looks like the safety there. So all of that is going to be a rifle for $26 delivered. Alrighty, I'll be back to you whenever it's all together. Alright, so I got my PSA carbine mid-length gas tube rifle together, and that's what she looks like. Took me probably an hour and a half with ditzing around with not having some of the right equipment, but I'll show you a little clip of out at the range, and then we'll come back and have a closer look at the rifle. Alright, got my brand new PSA rifle out here today. It is the 16-inch length barrel, but it has a mid-length gas tube on it here, so that's different from my other PSA. Had good luck with the other one, so I figured I'd try out this one. I am using my standard ball for today, 55 grain American Eagle, which I've had good luck for a couple of these rifles. Some of them I can get right around an inch groups on them. Got my 2-7 Leopold on here just for testing, and just out here to function test it, see how we do. Let's see what we get for accuracy wise as well. So first shots out of it. And we'll see. I do have the ALG trigger in it, which is an improvement over the PSA that I had with my other rifle. About an inch and a half. Try another 3 on the next target over. Maybe she won't be as accurate as my other rifle. And now this rifle has the A2 stock, or I'm sorry, the A2 barrel profile, which is a little heavier than the M4. Yeah, 1.5 to 2 inches. So we'll see. I'm going to do some more testing, see if I get any better groups with it. But first few rounds through it, no problems. All right. So as you can see, I have it out here with my other PSA, the actual carbine length gas tube one, just to show you the difference. So lining up the muzzles and the end of the barrel. So that's your difference between a carbine length gas system, which ends up here, and a mid-length, which ends up here. So I actually kind of like the feel of it. It lets you have your hand a bit farther forward whenever you're shooting the rifle. So at the range, I had about 1.5 to 2 inches. So we'll say about 1.75 inches informal yet right now. So I'm going to try some other loads and see whether or not I can get anything better than that. Just have a quick look at some of the features here of the rifle. Oh, actually, no, let's talk about putting it together. So this came all in pieces with here, down here in the lower. And I'm glad that I did it, that I actually got through it and got everything together as I wanted to. It was a little bit more work than I intended in the beginning. So PSA, in their wisdom, sent along a couple extra springs and a couple extra dedents, because the little spring back here in the back that holds the this pin here in, I launched somewhere into the basement and is no longer to be found. And let's see, and what else? Oh, and I lost a pin here for the was it the AGI trigger as well. Now the AGI trigger I put in there because I figured I would try to get something that's a little bit better than the stock trigger, and it is, although it's not a target trigger, because if you pull back on this nice and slow, you do actually feel a little bit of a staging and stuff to it, but that's only if you really pull back on it nice and slow. Otherwise, it is extremely smooth trigger, and I would highly recommend it. A couple things: if you're going to build one of these, I would have a vise and the block that fits in here so that you can work on it without having to go through all kinds of manipulations like I did. The back here too, with this little guy here, the spring in the back, what I ended up using was a the lady that I was watching, I think it was Rock Island Arms video, she was telling me that she could put her finger on that. Well, that didn't work, because as you're turning this around, it would catch that spring. So I ended up using a butter knife, which works extremely well for that. So, like I said, 1.5 to 2 inch groups is what I was getting with it. Not as good as my other one, but still pretty good. Oh, and of course the price of this guy was only $426 delivered. So overall, I'm pleased with it. I am going to take it back out to the range though and have another go at it with some different ammo. And you can see here, once 5.56 NATO. See if I can get it on there. Hopefully it's on there. 1-in-7 twist freedom rifle. So there you go. That's another PSA that I bought that I'm very well pleased with, and I would highly recommend. All right, thanks a lot, and out.